And I know what it takes for a great player just by watching him every night go, I'm going to be better than all of you. I mean, every night. Not
Well,
like
wait a minute.
five
Wait a
nights.
minute. Wait a minute now.
Every
Wait.
night.
Here he is. Without further ado, the legend himself, Mike North. How you doing, my friend?
I was on WGN. I was on Romper Room when I was 5 years old. I'm their longest working employee. I haven't gotten a cent from them. All I do is promote them on podcasts. What's going on, you handsome devil? I'll tell you, I heard that kid. He's got a lot of hustle in him. I like him.
Oh, yeah. No. Hey, listen, guess what he did? This is how so like he owns the network, right? He and his own man. And so I did this. I go like this, Mike. So I had him on once a week because I thought he would suck. I didn't know right away, right? So I go like this. I go, well, wait. So then all of a sudden, I started putting him on, and I go, holy shit, the kid's pretty good.
That's it.
So as we are right now, it's one of the most popular segments I have. And get this, he kills like segments when I get Ice Cube on or I get like Todd Bowles on or whomever. The guy's doing really great. So, hey, we're trying – you and me, we know what? Hey, we're old.
We got ears. We can hear. We know what's good. We know what's bad. I'll tell you what. I heard him talking. Trubisky still winner. Baker Mayfield winner. I don't know. The thing that when you do win in an environment where you haven't won and you make the playoffs like both men did at Cleveland and Chicago, it is puzzling how things turn around and everything's to blame on the quarterback, all of a sudden. But I saw what happened against Dallas with the Bears. I was very happy for Caleb Williams. They got Eberflus, who played the softest zone I've ever seen on any football field, college or pro.
You probably saw a lot of that when he was in Chicago anyway.
Absolutely. Right? And then he did a good job. But then I read that Russell Wilson had 450 yards against Dallas with 37 points against the Dallas Cowboys. And Williams had 298 yards, and he had 4 touchdowns. But only in the NFL can a guy throw for 450 and get benched. Well, you get free hot dogs if your other guy throws for 298 and 4 touchdowns. So the hype is real. You win one game, everybody. I mean, I read social media today, and we're on North to North. You want to check this fabulous show out? I got it tuned in right here, so I can get a good look.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm having a bad hair day. The toupee's crooked a little bit, but that's beside the point. Look, no, it's not a toupee, but it looks like a toupee, and that bothers me. Me. Anyway, we finally won a game. I was happy about it. But you talk about Mayfield, you talk about Hurts. They don't have gaudy stats. They just go out and do what they got to do to win. They're gym rats. They come out. If they need to run that day, they run the football. They need to pass that day, they pass it. They need to have a balance, they do it. If he's got to run, he'll run. Either guy. So I like quarterbacks like that. Okay. Now, as far as I'm concerned, when you look at what Caleb Williams against Dallas did, he's going to have, I believe, a long day. I think the Bears are going to have a long day on Sunday. I think they're going up against, and this was my order for Bear coaches. When they wanted the new coach, I said, I want Jimmy Harbaugh 1. If we don't get him, I want Pete Carroll. Everybody looked at me. They go, Pete Carroll? I go, yeah, 2-time national champ in college and a Super Bowl champ. And then my third guy was Ben Johnson. So all 3 guys are working. But I think this is a bad game, a bad spot for the Bears. On the road, Raiders have made it close in a game. They also have a win. I think Pete Carroll is a better coach at this point than Ben Johnson. Geno Smith is the right guy to beat this team. And I will say this. I said it on my own show on ESPN 1000 today. I said, if Genty runs because he can't get out of his own way right now. I mean, people forget. I remember the Bears had a guy named Rashaan Salam. He ran wild in Colorado. I go, yeah, they ran the option. I go, they're not going to run the option in Chicago. He's going to get killed unless you have a good offensive line. Well, the Raiders' offensive line, for some reason, and Genty haven't gelled yet. But if Genty gets over 75 yards, averages 3.94, Bears are losing this game, period.
Let me ask you about a real big game this weekend in the NFC, and it is Buccaneers and Eagles.
Oh, great game.
It is
game of the week, in my opinion.
It is, and Brady's in the house too. So I mean, Your thoughts here now? You got Mayfield, you got Hurts. Both teams a little bit like gippy going in. Obviously, the Bucs more in the offensive line.
Yeah.
They've got injuries in their O-line. They are getting – hey, Mike, I just found out today because I do that radio show down in Tampa too.
Right, I know.
Each day. So, Mike, I found out that Tristan Wirfs and Godwin are going. So they're going to play on Sunday. What do you make of that game? What do you think of that game on Sunday?
Money's coming in on both sides about even right now. So people haven't really taken the side. There's no
taking game.
Yeah. Right now, Mayfield and Tampa getting 3.5 at home. You would jump at that normally, but you brought up the injuries on the line. You have the situation where even though they're coming back, what kind of shape are they going to be in? You know, we had a kid named Jalen Johnson pushed himself. He had a groin pull, and now he's out for the year because he tried to push himself as a defensive back, and they let him back in. And he shouldn't have been brought back in because he's finished for the year. So you got to see what kind of shape they're going to be in. If I had a lean right now, I'd probably take the points, but I wouldn't bet this game, to be honest with you. It's going to be a hell of a game, though. Two great competitors, like I said. Two quarterbacks I'd take on my team any day of the week. I don't care about stats. I care about the W.
Baker Mayfield, let me start there before I go back to Hurts. I know what you feel about Hurts, and, you know, I've said this about him. You know, Baker Mayfield's making $30 million a year. Here's a guy that's been – hey, Mike, you want to hear – here's a number for you. The guy who's thrown the most touchdown passes in the last 2 years has been Baker Mayfield.
He had over 30 last year. There was only 4 quarterbacks.
41 he threw a year ago. It was insane. And so, I mean, what do you make of him? I mean, do you think if he wins is this game – it's not that important, and I'm not saying that
it is important.
Win it, but this game is really important for a guy like Mayfield.
Well, first of all, I'd ask my parents why you named me Baker. Okay, that's tough. I mean, you know, he had to take a little bit of key, but here, I like him. He was always a cocky type, but humble type of guy. Yep. You can believe in yourself, and he had good bravado. He's a guy that could fire up his team, which the Ryder Cup could use right now, by the way.
They're getting annihilated.
You got a guy named Keegan as your boss. I mean, come on. Where are you going? Anyway, I like him. I believe in him. I saw him win in Cleveland, but he's in the right system right now. His team believes in him. And I saw him get out of trouble a couple times last week where I got to believe 25, 26 quarterbacks would have been caught.
Absolutely.
He got out of this one spot like Gale Sayers. And I said, whoa, how did he figure that out? He got out within the grasp of 3-4 guys within a 4-yard area. It was absolutely a tremendous play. And he's a guy that's got a merit for what he's done already, coming from behind 3 times. MVP type of caliber right now.
Mike, I had a conversation in the last segment, and I said I was going to ask you this. So, you know, if you draft a quarterback number 1, that doesn't necessarily mean that quarterback's going to come in.
Well,
and you have thousands.
You're talking to me now,
right? You're talking to Chicago here, and Chicago's like New York with the Jets right now. You want to go someplace to die as a quarterback? Chicago and New York is the place. However,
New York, I'm telling you, the Giants and the Jets. I mean, you know what? At least
look at Daniel Jones right now.
Well, that's because they know how to develop quarterbacks there at Indianapolis.
Shane Steichen.
And new ownership, you know, from Irsay, you know, where, you know, he's not walking around playing the guitar pretending he's Hank Smith. You know, his I guess it's his daughter or whoever. She is active in what they're doing right now. You know, Virginia McCaskey was. You know, she's upstairs, you know, up in the press box going to sleep. This one's on the charting things and stuff. So, they know how to develop quarterbacks. Danny Jones, right now, and I've wagered on Indianapolis a couple times already this year, and he's done me proud. So, I mean, he looks like a completely different person, and that's what happens. There's 5 places you can't go right now. You can't go to Carolina, okay? No. You can't go to Miami.
Right.
You can't go right now to Chicago even. You can't, and I know, believe me, if they win this week, I'll take them off the list. But if they lose this week, they're 1-3 and they'll go deeper into the list, okay? But there's 4 or 5 teams, Cleveland.
The Jets.
You can't go to those 5-6 teams if you're a quarterback.
Yep.
You go to Caleb Williams was so desperate. The rumor was he wanted a percentage of ownership if they were, or otherwise he wasn't going to come. So it's who owns the team, and it's no big deal. Look at Minnesota, how sound they are. I don't even know who the owner is now. You know what I mean?
Ziggy Wilf.
Yeah, I thought it was Ziggy Wilf still or whatever.
Yeah, it is. It's Ziggy Wilf.
Is it? Okay. I hadn't followed them. I know is
but my question is, would you rather have a strong front office like a Howie Roseman,
yes,
than having a top franchise quarterback? Because here, look at what they're doing with Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. Look at all these reclamation projects when you have general managers like Jason Light, or you have people in Seattle. Look at the guy in Seattle. The guy in Seattle had Geno Smith. Now he's got Sam Darnold. These guys are all reclamation projects.
You know what?
But it all comes down to having a good front office. If you don't have a good front office, I don't care what talent you have coming out of college, because most of the time you'll destroy that. John Schneider, that GM in Seattle, I mean, look at what he's done with 2 reclamation projects. I'm really thinking that the general manager in today's NFL, Mike, back in the day, was having the quarterback. But if you don't have a really talented general manager in today's NFL, you're not going to win.
Well, the 85 Bears didn't really have their number 1 quarterback available all the time, and yet they built such a great team from which side. We've talked about this from Jim Finks and Jerry Venisi. Yeah. You look at today's National Football League, and you look at the people like Roseman who've done a great job, and you look at the teams that have the top-tier talent. And then you got to get lucky. John Lynch was a dead man. Okay, he screwed that whole deal up with the quarterback, if you remember, the kid for the 3 draft picks.
That Trey Lance. Trey Lance. They went for the 3.
Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant, and Purdy showed up on the scene. Otherwise, John Lynch might be gone.
Saved his job.
Absolutely. People conveniently forget that. It saved his butt. If you don't have, like I said, Ryan Poles with the Bears right now has a 17-39 record, and they gave him a 4-year extension. It's ridiculous. They shouldn't have given it to him. There are some things he's done well. For instance, Roma Dunzier, Caleb Williams, but they're skill position players. You can get receivers a dime a dozen. The teams you mentioned, like Seattle, lines. He built his defensive to Seattle. All you need is 4 guys. You don't even have to blitz with their defensive line. You know that. And what a beautiful thing that is for your defensive coordinator that knows I don't have to shoot a linebacker or 2 or a safety or a corner, okay, to help you and your 3 buddies. They can get in if there's 6 guys blocking them. So that's how you will win a football. That's how you win a football in the NFL. You can't win without your lines. If you don't have a good offensive, defensive line, you'll get so far and then you're done.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I can't.
I took the words right out of your mouth.
No, you did, and I've got to go here then now. Okay.
Okay. I'm ready.
Your Cubs, man, as of today, right now.
Ready.
All right, they take on the Padres in the opening round of the playoffs in the National League. Do you have any hope in your boys there?
Hell no.
No.
I mean, basically PCA, Pete Armstrong hit like 210 the second half, you know. he finally hit a homer today, or he has 30 homers, 30 stolen bases. I'm happy for him. Suzuki hit like 220 in the second half. These guys had a half. Look at the Detroit Tigers, the same thing. 15.5 game lead. Believe me, I can't stand that guy, A.J. Hinch. He should have been banned from baseball after they fixed the World Series. You know, baseball should have thrown his ass out. But now this is even better. He's in the dugout like this. I've been watching him for 2 months. He doesn't do anything. He just says, I don't know how I got in first place by 15, and I don't know how I'm blowing this goddamn lead by 15. I'm just going to sit here like a sitting bull, for Christ's sake. Doesn't pull anything, doesn't hit and run, doesn't bunt, doesn't sacrifice. He just, you know what I mean? So the Cubs, they haven't played worth a damn in the second half. They just got swept 4 games by the Cincinnati Reds. But that doesn't mean anything. Ernie Banks never played in a wild card game. Ernie Banks never played in any postseason, folks. No, no, no. They didn't have a tournament like they have now where you got to go through 4 different series to get to the World Series. That's fine. Okay? Anything can happen. We saw Arizona get in the World Series. The Cubs could get hot. I doubt it, but they could get hot. People don't seem to believe in their pitching.
Right.
Shota,
Yep.
very hittable lately. They've had a lot of injuries. Cade Horton's hurt now. We've talked about this. Great console. All he does is count pitches, and every damn pitcher's on the injured list, for Christ's sake. So I don't get it. I just don't understand. 1, 2, 3. He's got 49 pitches. Pull him out, and then the guy's like this 2 days later in the sling. Come on.
I got a hoop. Today was media day in the NBA, you know.
Oh, geez. I was taking a nap.
Okay, well, wait. Before you get to the Bulls, what do you make? What do you think of Joel Embiid?
What's my other alternative?
The White Sox. Hey, Mike. What do you make of Joel Embiid?
I think he's a paper. I think he's a. They used to call it not a paper tiger. He's a good. I like him as a player. He's just not willing to play at 80%. These guys got it made in the shade. They got so much money. This guy begged for that MVP, which he shouldn't have had. They should give it to that big guy that looks like Lurch from the Adams family. What's his name? That maniac. He should get it every single game.
The guy in Denver?
The Joker.
Guy in Denver,
that guy should get it every year.
Joker,
Forget him.
okay.
I mean, he should have won 4 in a row. And Jordan, they would have said, Michael Jordan. I don't know. Jordan could have won every year too.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been worth the money. He's been a pain in the ass. You don't know when he's playing. I completely agree. Yeah, I think he's been bad for the team. If he wasn't on the team, they could fit some pieces. And the Ben Simmons thing was a disaster. There's no question. I mean, Harden is a piece of you-know-what in my eyes.
Yep.
You had a bunch of characters over there that don't want to give 100%. I saw the greatest basketball player on earth and was friends with the greatest ever. And I know what it takes for a great player just by watching him every night go, I'm going to be better than all of you. I mean, every night. Not like 5 nights.
Wait a minute now.
Every night.
This goes into the conversation. Wait a minute here. LeBron.
Oh, shit.
LeBron.
He hasn't even won. I mean, the guy, he's a carpetbagger. He had to go to other teams.
Mike.
Jordan said, who are you giving me? Bill Whittington? We'll win a championship.
Wait.
Who are you giving me? Luke Longley? We'll win a championship. Who are you giving me? Bill Cartwright? We'll win a championship.
Hey.
The guy won a championship with 3 stiffs.
Wait a minute here. What about LeBron, man? I mean, don't you think LeBron is like the greatest? Don't you think he's the GOAT? He says it.
He's 10. He's
top 10.
Oh, my God. You got guys. I mean, Jabbar was unbelievable. I mean, you know who was a bitch of a player? The most underrated. I'm going to write a book one day. No, I won't. I just thought it sounded. On the air.
I won't. I'll tell you this. I
got professorial.
Okay, wait. I got one question for you then. If you're going to bring Jabbar in. If you had to win a game with seconds left in the game, would you take Jordan's 20-footer or would you take Jabbar's 5-foot sky hook to win a game?
There's the problem with Jabbar, though, Stills. See, you tried to trap me.
It's Xander. See, when you got these experienced guys, you can't set them up.
I'm going to tell you why. Jabbar had 1 move. Jordan had 50. So, you don't want Jordan getting the ball. You'd rather have Jabbar try. Now, Magic Johnson made this same a shot over McHale. Okay. Larry Bird gets my final shot. I mean, that's the way it is. I would never let LeBron James take it. Magic Johnson would be up there. Bird, Magic, Jordan. The rest of you, go screw yourselves.
What about Steph Curry?
I'll take those 3. Steph Curry can play on that team. I'll take Bird, Magic, and 3-on-3 league. You want to see records broken? You want to see them just shattered? You want to see a team never lose a game? Bring back Jordan, Magic, and Bird in that 3-on-3 league. What's his name? Ice Tub? What's his name?
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. Yeah. Ice Cube. Yeah. That's right.
No. Hey, by the way, Ice Tub, I'll make sure I tell the next
Make
time
sure you tell him. Hey, I like the guy. He's a football and baseball guy.
He is. The next
Yeah,
time
I respect him. Ice Tub. But tell him there's a white guy named Ice Tub that's on the north side of Chicago.
Hey, wait, Mike. Okay. Yeah. What made Jordan the best athlete, not just the best basketball player in the last generation? What made him number one?
He didn't like people a whole lot. He didn't. You saw his Hall of Fame speech. I'm telling you, the guy.
Oh my God, it's one of my favorite speeches of all time.
Let me tell you something.
The Brian Russell thing at the end was hilarious.
I gambled with the man. I'm telling you right now, I've never seen a guy that hates to lose, a guy that gets an edge to him, a guy that remembers what people slighted him. I mean, we all have that.
Oh yeah.
I've killed 300 people in the shower this morning that I can't stand. I got another 2,000 to go. Did I have it run through your head every?
Oh my God, man.
Yeah. So he's just a competitor, one of the great guys of all time. I mean, I'll never see. I used to go to the game and say to myself, someday I'm going to look back. I'll be on the air somewhere, maybe, hopefully, and because there were no computers yet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I wonder if people will even believe they'll have the TV, but until you saw it nightly.
Mike, what was that open like at the old Chicago Stadium?
That was awesome.
When they came out and those guys had that
music.
That music.
And you'd be walking. There's Madonna. Dennis Rodman was dating her. It was a circus. They were as big in Chicago as the '85 Bears. That's for goddamn sure. Jordan. For sure. Jordan's as big as any in Chicago. Jordan's more national than Walter Payton was or any of those guys.
Mike Ditka.
Jordan's in another stratosphere, man. And I'm proud to have known the guy. We were hard on him sometimes. I mean, the guy
he didn't win a title for 9 years.
Right. And the guy was gambling in Atlantic City. But then you look back now and you go, holy Christ. And, we didn't really get on him for anything ever on the basketball court. We went to bat for him. I remember he wanted to come back from that foot injury, plantar fasciitis.
Yep.
And Jerry Krause and Reinsdorf didn't want him to come back. He says, I'm coming back. And I said, hey, if the guy wants to come back, let him come back. They were worried about the future because their owners and general manager. He never got hurt again.
All right. Well, let me ask you. This goes to the question I asked you earlier. Who won those championships? Organization or the players?
Well, the players are the organization.
Well, wait a minute. Jerry Krause put those He found.
That's right. I'm not going to take. Let me tell you something. He should have been retired before he died. He should have been put in the Hall of Fame before he died. And the fans booed his widow at the ceremony. I think that's horrible. People are classless. But
he found Pippen too. I mean, he found all
the colonies for Pippen. He got Dennis Rodman from San Antonio when nobody wanted Dennis Rodman, but he had Jordan. See, Jordan was the first to practice and the last to leave. Jordan would get in fights on court fights. Just Steve Kerr, other people on that court, Scott Bullard, other people. So they had such. He was the leader of the pack. Okay, remember I was telling you, it's either Michael Jordan is your leader or Keegan. Okay, from the Ryder Cup, Keegan. But Michael Jordan was like I have an old saying. Patton would never let anybody see you cry. Okay, Patton was one of these guys. I read history books. You look at certain guys that are born leaders, and you look at guys that aren't, and then you can tell the difference.
I'm going to tell you, and you tell me if I'm
wrong. What are you writing the chart? You look
I'm writing.
You look like you're conducting a homicide investigation.
I'm writing my top 5 Chicago legends for me. Okay, 5, I've got Ditka. 4, I got Banks.
Okay.
3, I got Butkus.
Oh, yeah.
2, I got Jordan.
Yeah.
1, I got Peyton.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
I'm biased because I played against Walter.
Right. Well, I'm biased because I did a show and I was buddies with Walter, but I was buddies with Gale Sayers too. And Gale Sayers said to me, I said to him one time, because we worked together for about 4 years. We used to do shows every Tuesday out of all the
athletic director too at Southern Illinois.
I mean, Gale was a great guy. I said I used to bust his balls all the time. I'd go, hey, who was better, you or Barry Sanders? And he goes, let me tell you something, Mike. Put Barry Sanders at Wrigley Field, 10 degrees weather, snow in his face, painted mud. After he leaves his house and it's 0 out.
How about Metropolitan Stadium up in Minnesota inside a dome? Yeah.
Give me the Silver Dome. I'll gain. He said at that time before O.J. Simpson did it, I'll gain 2,000 yards in 14 games.
He's a best player. I tell people this: if you ever want to see the most electric football player that's ever played, and I'll tell you, you know how he was so great, Mike. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. I think this guy went into the Pro Football Hall of Fame and he was 28.
Yeah, he was 68 games only. He played 68 games.
68 games right now. That means Jalen Hurts right now has played something like that.
Yeah.
And he didn't have the ability because he never made the playoffs. Can you imagine playing 68 ball games and you make it to the Pro Football Hall of Fame and you're not 30?
Yeah. And
that record will never be broke.
He never got by it. It broke his heart what happened to him. And then here's the amazing part about Gale. He came back in 1 year.
He did.
I
gained 1,000 yards.
I see guys with load management and all this crap now. He came back within a year, averaged 4.2, changed the style of running to run in between the tackles, averaged 4.2 yards a carry, and led the National Football League in rushing, and then retired. That's the way to go. You changed your style, and you still. Can you imagine? He averaged 1 year 6 point. When he got hurt, he was averaging 6.3 yards a carry, and then he got hurt.
Tremendous.
I broke. I was devastated. I was like a freshman in high school. We were devastated. We knew that was bad. I mean,
let me ask you one last one here. You think there was a big regret with those two guys with Butkus? Get this, folks. Butkus and Sayers were drafted in the same draft.
In the same draft. And Dick Gordon, who had like 72 catches a year for about 3 years straight.
It's just insane.
What a draft. The first draft. There'll never be 2 draft picks like Butkus and Sayers. Never.
Ever again. You know, the only other time that's ever happened where you had 2 Hall of Famers, it was Brooks and Sapp that went into the Hall of Fame. They were drafted in the same draft. When you talk to those guys, did they ever mention the fact that they thought that maybe as a team that they never really achieved anything as a team?
They were upset. I mean, Gale.
I'm sure they loved Hallis.
Yeah, he revered Hallis. Butkus hated him. Because he sued him. Butkus sued him for injuries and compensation.
Did Ditka like Hallis?
Not really, until he wrote that letter. Ditka said that Hallis threw nickels around like sewer covers. So, so he got traded.
Right. That's right, to Dallas.
Yeah. No, he went to Philly first.
Oh, that's right. Ditka went to Philly.
Then he went to Dallas, and then he started to look like Chris Christopherson and retired. You know.
Mike, tell the good folks how they can find you, my friend.
Listen, I want you guys to tune in. I'm betting the Ryder Cup every day, north to north, on NORTH, the number 2 NORTH, okay?
Hold on.
Then I want you to go to Bear's Bar Room. Go to the bar room, okay? I have a show, Somebody Big Just Died. If somebody big dies, they're going to be on the show. Check it out. Then I'm on ESPN 1000 tomorrow night after the White Sox game on ESPN 1000 with picks, okay? Then I'll have picks throughout the playoffs and everything else. Thank you, Sills.
Wait a second here. So the Ryder Cup now, after being destroyed this morning, they've kind of narrowed the room a little bit. They're 3-2 right now, and it's in progress here. So let's see.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. They got to get a regular guy to be the manager. Keegan Bradley, what's he going to say to Scott Scheffler? Hey, hustle. I mean, he's not going to say anything to him. Yeah, hey, come over here. No, that doesn't happen. You're Keegan Bradley. I'm Scott. But Scotty Scheffler.
How about Tiger?
I'm tired of hearing about him. I saw he's working out again. That's it. I'm happy for you. I'm
done with Tiger.
I'm taking a leak later. So what? I got up from the couch. But no, when you're, listen, Sills, when your star doesn't perform in any sport, we talked about Jordan.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they lost him in an injury or if he just went south, they would never win again. If Scotty Scheffler, from what I was just before I went on the air on this fine program, and it is a fine program.
Thank you.
Had not got a birdie yet in two sessions.
Wow, John Rahm and his group are up 3-up already?
Already. They beat the crap out of Scheffler. Okay? And I Spawn. I mean, Scheffler looks like he crapped him out. Spawn's like 5'2", and Scheffler.
He's choking.
I don't know. First of all, Cantley and Schauffele win the first round today.
Yeah.
I bet it. 3-1 they were down. The one they won, Cantley and Schauffele, right?
Yeah.
So what does Keegan Bradley do in the second session? He don't play them together. He sits Schauffele, and Cantley's with Burns, and they're getting their brains beat in. They lost. So
they did.
So why would you take away the one team you won with and put Scott Burns in and take Schauffele and sit him?
Holy shit, that one group got beat 6-5? 6-5?
These guys are all, they're not team.
Bro, that's like playing 9 holes.
Wait. The Europeans are a team. The other guys, the U.S. guys, if your head coach has to run down the fairway with an American flag like a drunk hyena, then where are we going? Where the hell are we going?
We're not going anywhere.
Is that what Vince Lombardi did? No, you know what Vince Lombardi did? Vince Lombardi said, I'm going to dress like a guy that manages a grocery store, and I'm going to whip everybody's ass.
Mike, thank you so much as usual. Spectacular performance.
Anytime you need me, call me. I'm lonely.
Hey,
you know that.
You know that I will. You know you're awesome. People love you.
Hey,
Mike, thank you, my friend.
Miami gave Florida a beat, and I was thinking about you.
How about this one next week? What do you got? Florida State, Miami.
Ooh, I don't know that one yet. But
it's in Tallahassee.
Can I give the listeners everything?
How about this? We'll give a tease and we'll do something next week. What about that?
I'll do something every week. Listen.
All right. We'll do. Oh, that's great. All right. We'll talk next week.
You're my guy. But listen, real quick, LSU.
What?
LSU on Saturday. Let's everybody take a look at LSU.
Ole Miss. LSU Ole Miss.
I like LSU, guys.
LSU over
Brian Kelly, the WC Fields of head coaches, will finally get a big damn win. And if he doesn't, I never want to see him again. May he hang on meat hooks like Paulie. See you later.
Thank you very much. I catch you, Mike. Appreciate you, my friend.